Welcome back. I'm Ben.
And I'm Carrie, Nikolai. And we are agents with Coldwell Banker Siewert.
Realtors here in Wisconsin Rapids.
Exactly.
Yeah, gotta get the whole thing.
Well, I know.
So it's been a minute. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Been a crazy year.
It is.
I've been doing a lot of stuff that just kind of, well, our crystal ball was kind of knocked out of whack, envisioning for what's going to happen in the future. But we're back.
We are. And we're in a different location yet too, because last time we did this, we had a black background and now we have a semi-blue / brown background.
It's full wood grain.
Okay.
Fake wood grain. It's fantastic. Yeah. So why are we in a new studio?
Well, we moved. So there was a little bit of a move in there. And so we decided that we should really step into the shoes of our sellers and see what it's like to sell a home. So we did. We sold a home. And then we got to step in the shoes of a buyer and buy a home.
And we got to be homeless for a week.
We did.
So that was exciting. I think our last major post was in the backyard over in Wisconsin Rapids, with a nice new fence, and it was gorgeous, and middle of summer. I think that was July.
End of July.
Yeah. So it's now December. I believe we're the 2nd of December.
Yep.
And yeah, we moved to Grand Rapids and increased our property footprint. We've got now about an acre.
And look forward to those videos and snapshots of the lawn coming up here.
Well, of course. So the two things that are like biggest to consume new homeowners are water management. So trying not to get things to leak in your house and fixing them when they do.
Mm-hmm.
And gutters.
Yep.
So that you don't want the outside water coming in. And lawn care, because, well, curb appeal is awesome. Okay, maybe not to every new homeowner, but
I was going to say to you, new homeowner, yeah, lawn care is a major time, money consuming. I mean, I would think a kitchen and flooring would be the other, but we're all different.
So y'all are going to get bits and pieces of our new house here, and yeah, a little bit bigger house, slightly, a little bit better layout, and it's vintage. We're the second owner. It was built in the mid '60s.
In our last house, we were the second owner as well. So the one thing that we did not look at when we were purchasing a home was storage. So our last house had the built-in cabinets, the built-in closets. We went from 4 coat closets down to 1. Mm-hmm. And we had a lot of built-in cabinets for storage. And there is none at this house. There's 0.
Well, in the last house, we had a taller attic.
Yep, and we lost the attic space, so we can no longer just go and put stuff up in the attic and forget about it for the next 20 years.
We do have an attic here in this place, technically, but it's harder to access. There's no dedicated stairs to go up that we were used to.
Right.
And the pitch of the roof is a little bit lower, so we don't have the head height as well.
Yeah. So, one thing that we always, try to talk to buyers about, we always bring up Thanksgiving, Christmas, family gatherings, birthdays, stuff like that of, okay, how do you see yourself in this space? If you're going to be having a birthday for your youngest, is there going to be enough room for the grandparents on both sides, maybe 3 different sides, and then all the friends, is there enough space for that? And we really didn't do that with us. We just kind of did we really like the house. We like the layout. Yes, this is going to work. And totally didn't notice we didn't have any storage. So now in order to unpack, we have to figure out what kind of storage we would like and then go find it and then unpack.
And so, like I said, we have a little bit bigger house. It's 200 more square feet, technically. So the bedrooms are bigger. The rooms are bigger.
Right.
But the last house, the rooms were smaller and we just had more built-in storage.
Yeah, it was just more or less the built-in storage.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So anyways, we've got that going for us.
So we're doing closet organization. Ooh, that could be something we could share as well.
Yes, because worked really hard on 2 of the closets.
And you have a lot of options for how you want to store things.
Mm-hmm.
We've moved to a lot of plastic totes to store things in, because those are, moisture proof, just in case something were to happen in the basement. Like I said, managing water is important.
Managing the water. Well, even upstairs in the craft room or the craft closet. There's just all the little tiny pens and pencils, all the beads and, all the little tiny stuff. We're finding the plastic storage drawer compartments to help manage and organize them was very helpful.
Yeah. I think it might be helpful for y'all too. So look forward to that. And we've got a larger garden shed. So we've got that. We can talk about storage and how to manage garden and outdoor equipment. Got a separate workshop. So if
Mhm.
you see, you know, videos and stuff coming from the workshop, that'll be interesting and exciting as we move forward.
Yeah,
We've got a screen porch.
we
So we're,
do.
we're going to improve our outdoor areas because that was one of the things we really liked about the other place, I think.
We did have a nice backyard. It was big. It was very gorgeous with all the flowers that we had. So we had a lot of time, a lot of space to entertain. Now that we've quadrupled our outside space, again, just kind of creating those nice, quiet, peaceful sanctuary.
Well, we went from a 7,000 square foot lawn to now I have 32,000 square feet of lawn to take care of.
Mhm.
So, yeah, good times. We might have upgraded our lawnmower along the way, so that's appreciated. Now both of us can mow the lawn.
We both couldn't last time.
Well, yes, but now it'll be a lot easier,
Very true.
you know. And another thought process that we had moving into this place was as we get older, how can we create surroundings where we can easily manage as we become less able to,
Mhm.
physically.
Right. So, we wanted to make sure we got a ranch so that way we've got a two full bath home right now. So what we're going to be looking at doing is taking one of those and turn them into a half bath to move up the washer and dryer. So again, when the knees give out or the hips give out and we can't do the stairs, let's, get that laundry upstairs just to make that easier
More accessible.
on us.
Mhm.
So,
No, it's great looking forward.
mhm.
Um, and one of the big reasons why we did this now is interest rates were phenomenal this year.
Right. It's still amazing that, we were able to increase our square footage, increase garage space and lawn and didn't affect the budget. We were able to do that nice upgrade to get into a spot where we can kinda now look at this as our forever home. This is our last home. So, planning for grandchildren, planning for family gatherings, the hopefully the future weddings, never know. Not saying that my children aren't getting married, didn't say that, but
Family and friends too,
yep, you know,
have the cousins' weddings here maybe, who knows?
right, just having that space as the family grows, as things progress throughout life, now we have the space to do that, and how can we plan it now so that way we're not going, "Oh, well, we should have put this over here," and now we're moving things like 19 different times. So
And we're not saying it to sound, you know, bigger than life and toot our own horns and whatnot, but it really worked out that real estate is an investment.
mhm,
And so the house that we had invested in a decade ago, it's been 10 years
yep,
since you bought the first place in town, and values have increased steadily. And the last 3 or 4 years, they've increased a lot.
right, and
Um,
the updates that we did to the home also helped with that added value of it's not the original. We did do the next transition for those rooms, and it
mhm.
really totally helped out a lot.
Yeah, going from vinyl flooring to hard tile flooring,
Mhm.
is very well done.
Yep.
Uh, Installing a dishwasher and new shower tiles, and getting things spiffed up and spruced up and more up to date.
Yeah.
And doing a lot of those projects ourselves, we saved a lot of money along the way.
Mhm.
Hunting for sales on tile and flooring and whatnot. So it turned out to be a good thing. And we want to promote that that's what you guys can do as well. Consider real estate as a long term investment. You're not going to be able to, unless you really have the resources behind you and the commitment to do it quickly, it's going to take years. Uh, 5 years, you'll see a return. 10 years, you certainly will see a return. Um, it's talked about real estate, the prices increasing so much, or your return on your investment increasing. So our sales prices are much higher than they were 5 years ago. I don't think they're going to keep jumping up as fast as they have the last couple of years. moving forward. I think we're starting to plateau a little bit.
We are. We're starting to plateau, which is fine, which is still good. So
Hmm.
you even though you're still making those small adjustments with your home, it's still going to help out in the long run. It's real estate is the long game. It's not a short game. It's a long game.
And like I said, with this house, we're the second owner. And there's been a period of at least 8 years where things weren't kept up and updated with the previous owner because they were, end of life and moving into um, assisted living and whatnot. And so we're coming into a lot of maintenance projects.
Mhm.
I think we might have to do a roof real soon. And then, this gorgeous wall behind us, we'll have to take care of this a little bit, but just updates. The bones, the structure is really good. And that's really, how we got a good value on the house, being that it needs updates.
Right.
I especially like the vintage flooring that's in the kitchen. It's phenomenal.
That and the pink bathrooms. I do
And
like the
pink
pink
bathrooms.
bathrooms.
But then we discovered through design trends along the way, the mid 90s was a big push for carpeting all over. So this house has gorgeous hardwood floors. I
Mhm.
do believe they're oak.
I
Yeah,
think so.
I think so. Yeah. And they're in great shape, but they were under the carpets for the last 20 years. So now wanting to have solid surface flooring, you can pull up the carpets and it's, better for the allergens, easier to clean, easier to have a cat running around. She's running around.
She is running around.
So we started with a house at a little bit lower price point because we can do the updates ourselves. And we knew that walking into it.
Right.
And hopefully in another 10 years, the value of the house will be raised again. Although we're not moving. I really don't want to move. I don't think anybody does like packing up all of their stuff and putting
But
it
we were able to
into.
find a lot of really great um items. A
Oh,
lot of childhood memories and
oh
a lot
yeah.
of, "Oh, yeah, I totally forgot about this." So, that was quite nice.
So maybe that's something that y'all want to do is, just
Just
pack
every
up your
10
house.
years, just pack it
Yeah.
up just as if you're gonna be moving so that way you can go, "Oh, yeah, that's right. That's where this is at."
But it really helps to pare down the stuff too. I think as a society, we have a lot of stuff.
Well, in our case, it didn't help because when we got married and you moved in, we just took all your stuff and threw it up in the attic. So, really, we had to move 2 homes.
Right.
So, we had to pack up 2 homes in order to move. So, we had a little bit of a different
Well,
unique situation.
and that's the downside of having so much storage is you don't have the forced need to go through this stuff. You're like, oh, there's just plenty of room. Let's pop it in there.
Right.
So fantastic.
Mhm.
So the last couple months, the housing market has been still strong this year. It's been just as crazy as it was last year.
Mhm.
We didn't know how the pandemic was going to switch things around, but people are still buying homes. People still have to live somewhere.
Right, and they're still moving, and the nice thing is they're finding out that, "Oh, yeah, now gonna need an office or I need a space for the kids to have their schoolwork to being done because they're doing Zoom school, so we need to have the kids in 2 different rooms or 3 different rooms depending upon how many kids you have and the number of classrooms you're in." So that way your office meeting is not being overheard by the children in 2nd grade and vice versa. So, finding those things out and going, "Okay, well, we do need to have a little bit more space," or we find out we have way too much space because you know what? Now it's just me and him and all the kids have moved away. I think now downsizing into a smaller house, which is gonna give that family the need for a bigger home an opportunity. So, just kinda going through and going, "Okay, this is what we really need," has really paid off.
I think the social economics here in Wood County, central Wisconsin, most people live within their means. It's not like they go and buy extravagant things and expensive cars and whatnot. And so that led to, the pandemic closing us into our houses a little bit mentally and looking at those things, but then also looking at finances going, this is going to be a good push for us to do that next step. We
Mhm.
were on the fence the last couple years, but we were happy with it.
Or we did all the improvements that we needed to do because we were home, we had the time, so guess what? We did the improvements, and now the house is ready to be sold, so that way to make that transition a little bit easier.
Yeah, we've noticed a lot of the home improvement store items are more expensive now and or not just on the shelves at all. So
Mhm.
it's harder to get things. The builders, the contractors we've been talking to having to get the little updates, remodeling updates that we need to sell a house for our clients, just a simple fix here and there. They keep telling us prices are skyrocketing and it's hard to get construction materials. They're busier than ever.
Right.
Again, I think it's because people are seeing that, hey, we're stuck in this house. We want to get these projects done. That's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been a crazy year.
It really has, but it's been a good year. I don't want to say that it's been a bad year or anything like that, but it's been a good year.
Yeah, it has. We've had to reorganize ourselves, and I think that'll come out on top as we move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're in our seasonal slowdown. I mean, real estate always gets slower. I think a lot of things always get slower around the holidays.
It's the deep breath before the storm.
Right.
We get through Thanksgiving, and everyone's like, okay, I can do another one. Well, guess what? In 3 weeks, you're going to do another one. So it's that release and, okay, we can do this.
Even though things might be looking different this year with how to, interact with family and you know, how that looks, you still have to deal with family
Mm-hmm.
and it'll come around. And then we're at school and all right, now we're over the hump in the new year and let's push forward into springtime.
Right.
So if you've had a transaction with us this last year, look forward to
The cookies.
the cookies.
They will be starting to be delivered this week. So I'm planning on Friday
Mhm.
to doing some Friday, Saturday. So I got it broken down into 5 groups. So the next 5 days roughly is when I'll go around and deliver cookies. Some other people who live out of state or too far away, I just send them your cookies in the mail. So look forward to those.
And then the Cooking with Carrie calendar care packages or cards that we send through the mail for all of our past clients as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yep.
one of the benefits of working with us is you get
Treats.
treats. And then you can start with Carrie's Creative Cooking Cookbook.
Yes, you could. We'll work on the name.
So we like to promote giving recipes. You're in your new house and why not start to use your new house features like stoves and ovens and
And every single oven is different. I'm gonna say that. I mean, I've always said that every oven is different. We just got with the new house, we got a different oven. I left my oven and stove at the last house. So learning how to cook on a new piece of equipment.
it's okay. We'll get you a better one for this time.
I always say the true mark of a chef is be able to cook with whatever you got and still make things taste good. So I'm not in a hurry to get the new one because the one that we have works and just got to make those few little bit of adjustments and still cooks like a rock star.
There you go. So what's next?
Well, we do have some open houses. So, even through this pandemic, we weren't doing open houses, then we were, then we weren't. And it was always that volley back and forth of, is it safe to do it? Is it not safe to do it? Well, we decided that we're just going to start doing it because you guys all want to see the homes and it gives us a great opportunity to meet you guys. So we've been going back and doing the open houses. So we're going to be doing one on Sweat Avenue. So 1313 Sweat. And what a great home. So it's a 0 lot line. So you basically share a lot line with your neighbor. So the house butts right up against that lot line. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath home. It's a really pretty home.
It really was built in the 90s.
Early 90s. So it's ready for that next set of updates again. So definitely swing by. So that'll be on Saturday from 11 to 12:30. And then after that, we're going to go up to Vesper and we're going to take a look at the other duplex that we have.
6468 and 6470.
Right.
Anderton.
So we're going to be up in Vesper the other half of the day. So from 1:30 to 3, we'll be up in Vesper taking a look at that. So again, a duplex. So that one, you get both sides. There's a current tenant on one side, the other side, the homeowner, they're on the fence of either which way. They can move to warmer climate or they would be happy to stay in and rent throughout the year. So you got someone who's, interested in an investment, this would be a perfect opportunity.
We've been seeing a lot more of investors thinking that they're in a good spot financially. Let's take that leap, and duplexes are a great investment as well.
The other side to that too is we've seen a lot of family members where the kids they're close to their parents And so they look at duplexes as an opportunity to be close to mom and dad. So they both have their own unit, and when the time comes, they can take out the center wall, and that way they can be close by and quick access to their parents. And that way they're there to help take care of, and they still have their own privacy.
Yep. And Anderton is set up real nice. The one side is larger than the other,
Mhm.
but they still have great space. I believe they're both 2 bedroom.
They're both 2 bedroom,
hmm
main floor laundry. So again, they're, forward thinking of making sure that you can do the laundry on the main floor.
The larger side, 6470, has got a great basement space as well, set up with a little tinker workshop and a little bit of a den space.
Mhm.
Um, your power needs are taken care of, so there's a backup generator on site that services both sides.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's quite nice. It's a nice little setup. So looking forward to showing off that home.
mhm. So come visit us on Saturday.
Mhm.
More information is on social media, so check it out there if you need a reminder.
And this weekend too, as far as community events, we've got the Hometown Christmas down in Nakusa. So they're going to be doing a reverse parade. So they have all the floats, and the floats are still, and then the cars just drive around in a loop and take a look at the parade.
Awesome.
Treats will be given.
Is that on Saturday?
That is on Saturday. They are doing the fireworks down at 6:30 at Riverside Park. So a lot of things happening in Nakusa this weekend. So you can check out the Chamber's website and get all the details of when and where everything is located.
All right. Is that about it?
I think so. That's the only thing that comes to the top of my mind.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So welcome back. We're going to get back into this stuff more regularly, so be on the lookout for that. Check us on social media and myrapids.com.
All right. Well, you guys all have a great Central Wisconsin day, and we'll talk to you soon.